Hey, what's going on, guys? We need to talk about the best deck that is in Genesis. Well, one of the best decks. If you've watched my previous videos, you already know my two best decks for Genesis currently right now are Onomat and Draco Tail. The deck I want to talk about today is Onomat, and these two decks are the best decks for different reasons, in my opinion. Draco Tail just has a very new type of card design. Well, Onomat does too, but the amount of value you get for being used as fusion material, as well as disrupting your opponent with those fusion material monsters, is very hard to interact with. That's why I believe Draco Tail is one of the best decks of the format. It's very hard to interact with going, even when it's going second. It feels very, very strong with things like Malulu, Pan, and Urgula. Now, for Automat, on the other hand, which I want to talk about today, it's actually kind of different of how it's comboing in general. If you do not have a card like a Drawn Lockbird, unfortunately, or maybe a Nibiru if they're not playing around it, you can just kind of the rest doesn't matter what you have. You just kind of lose anyway. The end board is ridiculous. It's multi-layered. They have a searchable counter trap. Very easy to get to, by the way. I have 18 one-card starters in this deck. You could up this to 21 and ending on like 5 interrupts with a counter trap. It's disgusting. It's so gross. And if you have more pieces of engine, or if you want to switch points around, because you absolutely can, you can make it play around things like Nibiru 2 if you add stuff like Rafflesia and Gravedigger's Trap Hole and stuff of that nature. The deck list that I'm going to show you is inspired by the winner of the Invitational at Pittsburgh, but I definitely added my own twist on it. So if you guys enjoy, please subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. And I'm going to show you guys a combo at the end just to kind of at least show you what I'm talking about. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this deck. Okay, guys, so here is my Onomat deck. This is the one that I built, and like I said, there is some key differences from me and the winner's deck, and I'll explain them when I get to them. But man, this deck is so gross. It's so good. 3 copies of Dodo Warrior. These are your starters all over here, by the way. This card needs to be more points. This is an insane card. Like, I was happy it got some points before. It just needs more. 2 copies of Onomat Pickup and the Onomat Pair. To be honest, you don't even need these pickups. You can put them into something else, but that's besides the point. I just like having more copies of Onomat Para. 3 copies of Go 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 Goblinberg, 3 copies of 7 Tachyon, 2 of each of the Radiant Typhoons, Eldum, Swen, and Champ. All of these equal starters as well. So all of these are starters, these 18 here. So your deck is extremely consistent. It is crazy. 1 copy of Mystical Space Typhoon, because searching for versatility, backer removal never hurts, right? It's really good. 1 copy of Rank Up Magic Variance Force to be able to extend the end board just a little bit. Gives you 2 monsters, 2 monster negates for pretty much including this card, and the ZS Ascended Sage. 1 copy of Utopic Onomatopoeia. 1 Zabababo Go 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 Coat, or Gaga Coat. 1 of the ZW Pegasus Twin Saber, again going along with the Sage and the rank up. 1 copy of Amitokage, 1 copy of Go 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 Dwarf, and then 2 copies of the Gaga Gabanero Knight. This is one of the better extenders, but you have so many good extenders in this deck already between Dodo Warrior, the Spell, the Radiant Typhoons. Like, you have so many cards that can extend anyway. It's not that big of a deal. We have 3 copies of Ultimate Slayer, 3 Dark Lord Omor, 3 Droll, 2 Nib, and then the 1 Counter Trap, our non-engine over here. We still have spots for 9 non-engine, and like I said, you can totally cut cards and like move stuff around to be able to make these numbers even like grosser. Really, if you wanted to cut the rank up stuff, you can cut this, and even the Utopic Draco Future to switch around points to put in Rafflesia, Gravedigger's Trap Hole, lower your ceiling a little bit, but then make you better into things like Drone Lockbird and Nib. Like, so much versatility in this deck, it's insane. For the extra deck, I'm playing 1 copy of Gaga Gaga Girl, 1 copy of Gaga Gaga Magician. I consider upping these because of the Gambara Knight, but for now I just have 1 and 1. I don't think I need more currently, because you don't get to this point until later on in the combo anyway, so it's fine. 1 of the Goblinberg, Big Gabunga. This is your Radiant Typhoon bridge, and it's so gross. Like, the fact that you can do this is so gross. It feels so nasty. No, like, get to you the best normal summon tour guide through like a disgusting engine that also should be pointed, by the way. It's just insane. Utopic Draco Future, again, you don't even need to play this. Like, if you really wanted to, you can cut this and get something else in here for those 20 points, but I just have it in here because it's a really strong end board piece, and a lot of decks struggle with this card. Utopic F-Zero, Utopic Future Zexal, 1 copy of Giant Hand, 1 copy of Exciton Knight, 1 copy of Utopic Sage, 1 Meteorologic Alligator, 1 copy of number 39 Utopia, 1 102, 1 Utopic Leo Ray, 1 Malong, and 1 of the Garura. And then for the side deck, I just have some like pretty generic stuff in Fusion here, Vitos. No Material is picking up a little bit of steam in my opinion. This can be good against encounters. A lot of decks kind of similar to like this. Maybe even Draco Tail sometimes you're able to like stop things like Malulu being used for a Fusion Summon. Or in Punk, you could stop the fusion from tributing to special 2 from your deck. In this deck, you could stop one of these Exceed materials from being under an Exceed and clogging the board, which is very important. Actually comes up and matters a lot. So I think No Material is going to be seeing a little bit more play. Cosmic Double Cyclone, I should say, is used to counter Draco Tail Flame, so you can play this going second as opposed to Cosmic Cyclone. So it lets this which forces your spells through while dealing with your opponent's Draco Tail Flame if they have it or are playing it. And then I'm siding 1 copy of C107 and 2 of the Thunder King Kaijus to search off of R7 Tachyon. So you can side this in, reveal the C107, search your Kaiju. Just a searchable way through Engine to be able to get to outs the thing like Liger Dancer and stuff like that. So yeah, that is the deck. Like I said, all of these ratios can be switched around. There's so much, like, you know, over the years, there's how many, what's it called, Zexal, Exceed, Utopia support cards have been released, and they add up very, very quickly. But the one thing I wanted to really make a big deal on is that this is a deck that has a 1-card combo that is able to continue 1-card comboing while searching a counter trap. Very rare in Genesys. Most counter traps have been hit to some kind of points. This one is not. And it really probably should be. Or Gaga Girl needs to be hit, one of the two. Because it's way too easy to do this. It's ridiculous. So without further ado, let's go ahead and show you how to do this combo specifically. Okay, so here is going to be the 1-card line that I was talking about. This is going to be starting with just a Radiant Typhoon card. I'm pretty sure any of them work. And it'll be able to do this exact line. It is so gross. So we're going to go Chant for Eldum. Then we can special summon our Eldum, use our Eldum's effect to be able to get Swen, special summon our Swen to just search Mystical Space Typhoon, just as another piece of removal, because why not? We can do that. Next, we can summon Big Gamanga, which on Exceed Summon searches a Goblin monster to your hand, and this is a Goblin monster. You can normal summon our Goblinberg to be able to summon a, what's it called, non-warrior Go from your deck, so you're able to say Go Glow, because it's a rock. Then you're able to overlay those two into the girl, use the girl effect to detach the Goblin, add your counter trap. Don't even need to add extension here because of the Goblin effect. So you can use the Goblin effect to add Dododo Warrior, because when he's detached, you add a Dododo monster from deck to hand. And this is the part that's gross. Like the fact that you get to chain these very similar to like Rise Eels in a different sense, where the Exceed is the free monster, and you just get so much value for nothing. And you're coming at them from multiple angles, where if you have something like a Veiler or a Mourner or an Ash, and they do like have Goblinberg or one of these Dododo Warriors maybe like under a Gaga Girl, it's too many angles that they're attacking from that like one Ash, one Veiler, one Imperm, something like that isn't going to stop them. That's my problem with this deck. It's like very easy to pick up where you left off. So you can add Dododo Warrior, special by sending Amiko Tokage, overlay those two now, which is level 4 for ZS Utopic Sage. Use his effect to be able to summon the ZS Ascended Sage, and then we are going to add our coat off of the Dododo Warrior. Next, we are going to overlay these two for our F0. Both of these are not number monsters, so we're able to go into that and then go into our Utopic Draco Future. So we're insulated if they would ever, for some reason, didn't nib by then. We are now insulated from it. I mean, this card's just a powerhouse anyway in the format. So yeah, we're going to special summon out our Gaga coat, and then we're going to actually use his effect here to bring out the Goblinberg back. We want to hold our Dwarf effect for later. We're going to summon Utopia using the Ascended Sage, so it gives it the effect to add a rank up. So we're going to do that, search our Variance Force, and then we are able to use the Variance Force to summon the Utopia Ray. Use the Ray effect to equip the Twin Saber. This is a monster negate, and while this is equipped with something, it's also a monster negate, so this is effectively 2 different monster negates that you have. Next, you can use the Glove and the Graveyard effect because you control Go Goblinberg. When he's in the grave, you can special it. And then you can overlay those two into a Gaga Magician. This could be any rank 4 that you want. This could be Giant Hand or just, Rafflesia, anything like that. I choose to go for Gaga Magician and then go for Utopia, and then using those two to go into the F0 just to prevent targeting. This card can be really annoying for a lot of decks to deal with, especially Radiant Typhoon. So I think this card is just like kind of worth it right now. But yeah, this could be a plethora of different rank 4s that you can make here. And then, of course, you're able to set the Trap and the Mystical Space Typhoon. Both Ame Tokage and the Go 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 Glove are also in the graveyard for the follow-up turn. There's just a lot going for you. So on this end board specifically, you have a Spell and Trap pop, an Omni Negate in the form of the, what's it called, the Trap card. If an Exceed monster is detached, or a monster detaches an Exceed material, you can attach something to Big Gabanga, which is crazy. You can use Utopia Ray to detach and negate a monster effect, and then this is Twin Saber is also going to be able to negate a monster effect. This is like a mini Change of Heart. When your opponent activates something, you can take one of their monsters, and this is also a monster negate that takes a monster as well. Very disgusting. And again, that's all off of one Radiant Typhoon card. That ceiling is crazy. That is crazy high for Genesys. Very minimal points with this engine. I didn't even have to use the, what's it called? The searcher for this deck, the Onomatopera. You just don't need it. It's so gross. And it needs to be hit. It needs to be addressed. The ceiling is way too high. And it plays through single interruption stuff way too easily. So, yeah, this is the deck. Honestly, this is my pick for probably the best deck of the format currently. It's just so strong, and you have so much room to fit other stuff. It feels like that there's really not a lot of weaknesses to it. Obviously, and like it's just droll, right? Like you need to droll this deck or nib it, and it's the only way to stop it. But again, if they have enough gas, you just make Rafflesia, and then you just don't care about nib anymore anyway. So it's not a big deal. If they're really nice, they can even play around droll that way too. So that's always a plus. So overall, I hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit about why I think this is the best deck and how strong it is. Obviously, make adjustments to the deck list. You know, this is just my personal list, but feel free to make adjustments to however you want. Leave suggestions down below and how you think they should hit this deck in the next point adjustment. I'm really curious of how you think decks like these should be dealt with for the future. So again, if you enjoy, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.